Seething, full of recognizable particles, at times strangely orderly, sparkles in the effervescence of these painted rhythms, where the fermatas constantly play and are interposed like calculated silences. The stage is used in all its dimensions. One might even say on all possible levels. It's a keen sense of plastic beauty. These gestures are always ultimately aimed at the clarification of a state of mind or mental problem. At least that's how it appears to us. No point in space, and at the same time no possible intimations are wasted. And there is something like a philosophical feeling of the power nature has to rush suddenly headlong into chaos. We can be sure this aspect of pure theatre, this natural philosophy of total gesture, an idea in itself, transforming the mind's persuasions in order to be discerned through the fibrous maze and tangle of matter, gives us a new idea of whatever properly belongs to the field of form and visible matter. Anyone who succeeds in imparting a mystical meaning to the simple outline of a gown, not simply content with placing man beside his double, but ascribing to each costumed person their costume double. Those who run these phantasmal clothes, these second clothes, through with a sword, giving them the look of huge butterflies pinned in the air. These people have a far more inborn sense than us of nature's total occult symbolism, teaching us a lesson which we can be only too sure our theatre technicians would be incapable of using. This constantly mirrored interplay, passing from a colour to a gesture, from cries to movements, endlessly leads us along rough paths that are difficult for the mind, pitching us into that uncertainty, that indescribably anxious state most suited to poetry. A kind of awful fixation emanates from the strange rippling of flying hands like insects in the green light night, an inexhaustible mental rationalization, as if the mind were perpetually busy getting its bearings within the maze of its own subconscious. Besides, the things this theatre makes tangible are much less emotional than intellectual, enclosing them as it does within concrete, though almost constantly esoteric signs. Thus we are led along intellectual paths towards reconquering the signs of existence. From this point of view, the star dancer's gesture is highly significant, always touching the same spot on his head as he does, as if he wanted to mark the place and existence of some focal mind's eye. Something which is a highly coloured allusion to physical impressions of nature recaptures them on a sensory level. The sound itself being only a nostalgic image of something else, a kind of magic state, where feelings have become so sensitive they are suitable for visitation by the mind.